I was approached by Discovery a couple of years ago, and they wanted to do a UK version of the Miami Ink. And I was quite keen to take part of it because I was actually, unlike most tattooists, I actually really liked Miami Ink. I thought it was a brilliant program. I think the formula really works, and I think it was a really good idea, and I think it's good for the industry. I set up a shop, and we filmed the first episode in my shop, and then we did series 2. We did in a studio. It was hard work. It was it was fun. I really enjoyed doing it. I really liked the whole filming procedure. I really loved doing TV work, and I thought it was really good. I thought it was really good for the industry as well. It was nice to finally have a voice, finally get to show what we do to as many people as possible. And the thing I liked about the show was that it didn't try. It was the first show that I've seen that didn't try and sensationalize our kind of culture, which is tattooing. Previous to the Miami Ink, any show has always been, look, I want to be a jigsaw, or I want to be a cat, or I want to, you know what I mean? And it was always kind of a freak show, and it wasn't my life. I'm not trying to be a cat or a jigsaw. I do tattoos on what I would consider normal people, everyday people, and I do that day in and day out. And this show kind of portrayed my life really, and I thought it was really nice to get an opportunity to show that to as many people as possible, and get to show your art. You know, it's nice to. It's something I've worked with. I've been a tattooist for 20 years, and finally to get to show my art to so many people was a privilege, and I feel greatly honoured. And it's been crazy ever since, really. I didn't foresee how much it was going to change my life.
You're on the road all the time, really.
We are on the road constantly now, yeah. I'm doing, well, this is my 15th show this year, and I've got 6 or 4 to go, I think. Yeah, we just did, what did we do? We did 7 countries in 6 weeks while going back to the UK in between, because I still got a shop in Liverpool I have to look after and staff there. So it's a grueling schedule, but it's fun, a lot of fun. I love tattoo conventions. These people out here are my family more than anything else, and we see each other all over the world, and it's nice to see and meet up with people.
Well, like you say, I think what your show did was it really brought home normal people. You know, you can watch it here, and people in Miami are kind of different than people in Liverpool.
Yeah.
And it really brought it home, and it didn't really sensationalise it. Miami was very shiny.
It was very shy, but I think Miami is very shiny.
Great.
Yeah, and then LA was very rock, and LA is very rock. And then we thought, what can we do with the UK one? We've got to be more grimy, we've got to be more real. You know, it's what we stand for, it's what our culture is here. And we try to keep it as real as we can within the, you know, pressures of broadcasting. You know, we have to obviously have storylines, we have to make it interesting. Yeah. And I think what a lot of people fail to understand is that hardcore tattooists and hardcore tattoo fans, it wasn't really for them. You know, you could easily make a program or 2-hour program about the techniques and show all the things that will make them happy, but the program wasn't really aimed at the tattoo industry or at other tattooists or other heavy tattoo fans.
Well, yeah, you could take that Top Gear concept. If Top Gear was
Yeah.
about building a BMW, it would be pretty dull, and it
Exactly,
would probably
yeah.
last 2 weeks at best.
Exactly.
And the numbers would. So you're right, it's a popular cultural item now.
It was taking our culture and showing it to, you know, Middle England, and I think they responded really well to it. Some people hold it against me. You know, you get your critics wherever you go. You stick your head above the crowd, you're always going to get a few eggs.
Yeah.
But you know, like mainly I get positive response, and certainly from people in the street. I mean, I get stopped all the time. People want to take pictures. I get, you know, people get their kids come up to me and go, oh, you know, my kids are like 8 and they want to be tattooists now because they watch you on TV and stuff like that. And that's really nice when I come from an industry. When I started out, it wasn't even a proper job.
And even though it's got to be hard, it's put you on the road for 16 shows a year.
Yeah.
And that's got to be a great thing for you as a business.
But yeah, I mean, for me as a business, it's worked out wonders. Obviously, I couldn't complain. I you know, it was good beforehand, but it's certainly been very, very good to me. There's no doubt about it. I think I think it's been good for everyone. You know, I think in certain ways that, you know, the industry has certainly seen a huge increase since the programs, and yeah, if people want to moan about it, I think sometimes they fail to forget how it was beforehand.
But they're still getting the people into their stores
Yeah.
because of what?
Yeah,
The PR
exactly.
machine in motion.
Yeah, I think we just got to accept that these are changing times, and the industry is changing. I think for the better, you know. So it's not all going to be good, you know. There's be good and bad in everything and every change, and it's hard for some of us who's been in the industry for a long time to keep up sometimes. And you know, it's changing with a great pace. We're certainly seeing a lot more talent coming in.
I mean, where do you think it's going now? I mean, it's not like the music industry where your product will be pirated
No.
and the industry will flatline, but there must be those issues.
Yeah, I mean, what has happened to our industry? One of the negative stuff that's come out of all this is that you can now readily buy equipment on the internet, and it's something that we've tried to control as an industry for a long time. And I think I always said you're fighting a losing battle. We just have to accept there is no longer like a magic circle. Once you have the magic ingredients, you've got a license to print money.
Yeah.
But I think that it's now more like buying a guitar. Just because you've got a guitar doesn't make you a musician. And I think just because you have a tattoo machine certainly doesn't give you the right to call yourself a tattooist.